Okay, this video is for students who are using a mobile device and using the Google Classroom app. If your student is using Google Classroom or accessing Google Classroom on a mobile device using the browser like Safari, then the students will have the same directions as a Chromebook desktop or laptop user. This is for students who are accessing Google Classroom through the app and trying to complete assignments there. So when I open the Google Classroom app, they're going to have language arts as one of their classes, and that's a place where they have been asked to add a picture to an assignment. We will do this periodically for cursive and periodically for math, as those are things that are hard to show through Google Classroom, so we may need them to take a picture of what they're writing on their piece of paper and then add it to the assignment so we can see how they're doing or how they're solving their math problem. So on the stream in Language Arts is where it opens to, but we need students to click the Classwork tab. It's easier to find assignments this way, and they are labeled. So 9-1 Cursive Name Practice was an assignment I gave today. It gives them the instructions to practice writing their first and last name in cursive on a piece of paper. Take a picture of that assignment and add it to this, marking as done or turning in so that you show up as complete as having completed the assignment. There are resources and attachments that I gave them underneath here to kind of help show them what they were supposed to do, plus we walked through the process. The first step of this, taking a picture, is to actually take a picture of their work. Assuming that your student knows how to use their mobile device, that they know how to open the camera, how to take a picture of their piece of paper, and then where to find that picture on their camera roll or their photo app. I think most students who are using a phone or a tablet are going to know how to do that already. So I'm going to kind of skip that step of the process. They have to take a picture of their piece of paper and they need to know how to access that picture in order to do this. The important thing when using the mobile app is that at the bottom here you have this sort of up arrow and that you can swipe up, because if you swipe up here to show this screen, this is where they're going to be able to click the plus sign in order to add an attachment. This is also where they're going to be able to click mark as done or turn in to make sure their teacher gets that picture. So when I click the plus sign to add an attachment, it gives me some options on this device. Your mobile device might not look exactly the same, but somewhere on that mobile device list you should be able to either use your camera and take a picture right then. If they didn't already take one previously, they could use the camera and take a picture right there in the process. Or if you already have the picture taken, you should be able to pick the photo. So as it takes me to my camera roll, I see that I have this picture that I uploaded this morning. So I am going to select that picture of my name in cursive, and it will upload this picture to the Google Classroom. This process is going to take a minute here on this Wi-Fi. After students have selected the photo that they are going to take, they're going to see that photo attachment show up here in a box at the top of the page. And that is the way that they can double check and make sure, oh yeah, my picture is there because I can see it. Now that it is uploaded, it is showing up right here under where it says your work. Then the very last step of this process is to mark as done. But you will notice that as this picture uploads and as we are going to see it appear on the screen, that button that says mark as done is going to change to turn in, because you mark something as done when there was no attachment to your assignment. You turn in an assignment that does have an attachment. And I know that seems a little odd, but that is how Google Classroom works. So if it's an assignment where they just had to go to a website and watch a video and they didn't really have to attach any work, then they're going to hit mark as done to show us that they did it. If it's an assignment where they have to attach a picture or they have to attach a document or they have to attach Google Slides, then that button is going to change to turn in, and so they would have to hit turn in. So as long as they're getting in the habit of marking as done or turning in, whichever is there, then they know, and we as the teachers are going to be able to get that assignment and actually see it. If they skip this step, it does not show them as completed and we can't give them a grade. So this is really important part of the process. There is my attachment. So now it appears underneath my work. So I know that there is something attached. And as I just mentioned, it is now changed to turn in. So this is the end of the process, and it says one attachment will be submitted. Yes, I want to turn in. So notice as that is turned in that it changes up here in the corner. It now says turned in for the student. They can swipe back down this menu and they can still see the assignment, but notice again down here in this corner it says turned in, and this is how a student checks to make sure that that assignment was turned in. So these are the directions for a mobile device. It may not look exactly like this as I'm using an iPad and your student may not be using that particular type of tablet, but the directions for phones and tablets should be similar to this as far as adding a picture.